Hello gang, and welcome to the show where I struggle to make a sound based off a random idea generated by my idea generator. Let's make a noise. All right, this is Ableton. Today we're going to be using Vital for the bulk of our sound, and I have no idea loaded. This is the third attempt to record one of these today. There's been a few recording hiccups. Let's hope this one works out. Generate idea, pure strong bass. Yes, that is a good prompt. All right, well, this will be fun. We might do a couple. All right, pure strong bass, man. Easy. Ready? Done. Thanks for watching. Now let's kick off the timer. All right, well, pure strong bass. I reckon I've been working on this like rubbery sawtooth sound, and yeah, it's not very pure, but let's get into it. All right, so we're going to need another oscillator. I am going to use a sawtooth for this oscillator one. I'll tweak it in a second, but I want another oscillator to do some fuzzing on the sides up high in the frequency range. So, oh, we need some unison. We want some fuzz, maybe 5 voices. That's nice. Just a little detune, because I just want. You can really hear the difference here. It really gives it some character off to the sides. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this high pass mode here, which if we mute the other oscillator, so we can stop it from having any low mids or, well, let's grab an EQ so I can show you what that's doing in frequency spectrum. You can see we're just stripping off any of the lower harmonics, which is essentially the same thing as high passing it with an EQ, right? So this is very similar to this, but we're doing it in the actual wavetable, which is cool. So let's have that and that, and in our sawtooth, let's use low pass. Now we've got like a nice little sub here. Actually, I'm gonna not use low pass there. I would do that if we needed a separate sub to this, but I think we've got a beefy enough patch as it is. I would like to make it not just a straight up sawtooth, so let's use maybe some smear. No, although maybe. Yeah, we can wobble that. Let's wobble it. Faster. And maybe just less amount. If you haven't used Vital before, it's really fun. I highly recommend it, because these oscillator warp modes are nuts. That's cool, but we've lost some sub, right? So now we can do our low pass trick here and get the sub back. So we'll low pass it. So we're just getting, let's turn off the other oscillators. We're just getting a couple of harmonics. Maybe that. I feel like that's going to cut through nicely. We can use the same LFO maybe to, I don't want to, yeah, we can use the same LFO to just add in a little more movement on this. So we're kind of getting there with our pure strong bass. I'm not sure that we need too much more than that. I would like to filter it. Oh, why isn't my whole Vital on my screen? It's a bit weird. Not sure how that's happened, but today's been a good one for the technical drama. So drive it, although the driving kind of feels like it ruins the pureness. Yeah, I like Oscillator 3 coming straight out without the. Yeah, so we've got a whole bunch of options with an envelope on the filter color. Like we could have a long, slow rise. Or we can have a pluck. So there's a lot of options available. Because it's a bass, we should probably bring the voices down to 1 and bring the glide time up a little so we can do this. Oh, where's legato mode? And I feel like we've got a pure strong bass there. Let's chuck some effects on things. Now there's being a bass, it's not going to respond nicely to a lot of this stuff. I mean, that does sound good. Maybe the spread could be, yeah. What I'm trying not to do is to create chorusing in the subs here. We've got such a nice strong sub here. Can we get straight out? Hey, direct out. There we go. Okay, well now we can go nuts on the effects. That's cool. I'm not sure that I mentioned it, but I definitely don't know Vital back to front yet, as you may be able to tell. So I'm really enjoying learning it, and I would recommend that you muck around with it if you haven't. I don't know, distortion doesn't feel like it's our guy for today. Is there a sign? Yeah. There's no filter enabled. We could have one. How do we change filter type? Can we? That's a real nice modulation point, that one. Whoop. So how do we map macro 1 to this cutoff? Yeah. We want a little bit less. Now that's cool because we've got the direct out of our oscillator 3. We don't ever lose the sub, but we get a bit of variation on, I guess, the distortion and the filtering. What else can we chuck on here? I mean, I'm liking, at the moment, I'm really liking putting just a little bump around 1K in my sounds. Just make them a little bit more present. That's almost 6 dB. It's more than a little bump. That's kind of fun. We could try. Oh, I am confused. I would like this guy to be a band pass, but then that seems to change that. Okay, well. Oh, those are the selectors for other things. Okay. I wanted to create another little duck here, but we can't do it. Like I said, still learning Vital myself, and I just feel like phases and flanges take away from the pureness. I think that's what we're going to roll with. Now the only real question in my mind is, can we scale the envelope time based on a macro? So in the matrix, can we have macro 2 go to an envelope to attack? Yes. Can we put it to the decay as well? No, just to one of them. Okay, cool. And can we increase the amount? Yeah. We can change the shape, I'm hoping. Make it a little more thwacky. Cool. Now, obviously, we can chuck a reverb on here, but I don't like reverbs in my presets in general. How do we move this guy? Yeah, I don't generally like reverbs inside my presets because they tend to not be useful when you're actually writing something. So we've got 2 macros. This guy is, can we rename him? Where do we do that? I guess we can't. Oh, it's that little rename guy. Okay, so this is distFilt. And this is attack time. I've got a pretty usable, pure, strong bass here. I feel like we wanted to go really weird, we could use like maybe a comb. I don't know that we can control the balance between the two. So you could put that onto macro 3, just so that we've got a way to get even more variation out of it. Let's rename this guy. So somewhere around here. We can go a little higher. It'd be really nice to have this on macro 4 as well, so we can kind of invert. Cool, let's rename that comb depth. Whoop, comb depth. And I noticed that our 10 minutes went off. Well, I think we got there. Let's hit the success button. I think that's a pretty reasonable, pure, strong bass. I'm going to save that preset. It's going to go up on Patreon. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle today. So to recap what we've got here, we started off with sawtooths for all of our voices, which is kind of fun. I like sawtooths. No shame there. We used warp modes on one of these voices to create, I think, kind of the mid-rangey part of the sound. Yep, and we used some unison and again high pass warp mode to create just some width and some high end together. I really like using a pitched up oscillator for width. It's a really handy way to create kind of more excitement in a sound without totally changing the character. And we got nice sub, just a little bit of a wobble, and all three of those combine to do this. And it's pretty basic filtering. The comb filter is just an option to get some character. You can use that as like a modulation point in a tune. If you were writing this, a bass line based around this, I would be wiggling the comb cutoff and the comb mix a fair bit just to get some additional variation on character out of the one patch. Thanks for watching. I will catch you in the next one of these.